Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper. Today I'll be reviewing the Uncharted film, which was released back in February of 2022, which stars Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Antonio Banderas, Sophie Ali, I think I'm pronouncing that last name right, and Tati Gabrielle, I think I'm pronouncing that name right. And the main plot of this is basically Nathan Drake, who's played by Tom Holland, teams up with Sully, who's played by Mark Wahlberg, and they basically had to try and find this Portuguese explorer called Man Gelderdon. I could be pronouncing it wrong. I'm not 100% sure um, if I'm pronouncing that particular name right. And they had to find his treasure that he had when he was going around the world, and they come across Antonio Banderas' character as well as Tati Gabriel's character and Sophie Ali's character. And Sophie in the Ali's who's the character in the show, another show. The film is Chloe, who's an important character in the games, because this movie is based on the Uncharted games. And as a movie, it's fine. I guess it kind of feels like one of those plain movies that you watch if you're going from one country to another, and you just want to kill some time. And the plot is okay. It feels like an Uncharted plot, because it has that sort of, as I said before, my Uncharted game reviews. The Uncharted film feels like that sort of globe-trotting Indiana Jones type of style. And yeah, I think with the characters, I think they all have great chemistry with each other. I just feel like this goes a bit quickly-ish. In my opinion, it kind of feels a bit like the Mario movie that was released, I think last year. Because of that movie, it obviously all other things had to be next scene, and the next scene, because it's an animated movie, and you couldn't really have that whole slowing down. There were some scenes in the Mario movie that was kind of like that, but with the Uncharted, I think it kind of feels similar to that, where it was just you go to the next scene and then you just go to the next place, and then stuff happens there, and then they just move on to the next part. And yeah, I do enjoy it. There are some things that I do like. Like, I do like some of the sets, the set pieces in the movie. Like, there's the pirate ship, or not the pirate ship, or the main ship that they find towards the end of the movie. That's a nice set piece, especially with during the final battle. Even though a lot of it's on green screen, and there's also this sort of tomb area in Brazil, I think, or Barcelona, and there's like this sort of tomb part, and that's quite nice. And there's like it's got like this trap where both Chloe and Nathan Drake have to escape this sort of like area where they're trapped in that's being flooded. That's a nice. I think there's a nice little set piece. And Mark Wahlberg's character Sully, has to fight Tati Gabriel's character before both Nathan and Chloe drowns. And yeah, it's okay. I do enjoy the set pieces. I also like how this movie references the games, like with the opening. I think it references Uncharted 2, where you have the opening being set, like have the events already happen, but then you go back a couple of months or days back. But with the Uncharted movie, it opens up with Nathan Drake being dangled by his leg on a crate hanging from a plane, and then it cuts back to 15 years earlier, and then we see the events that happened from 15 years ago to where Tom Holland's what Tom Holland did with Nathan Drake is by the plane, and then it goes from there to the end of the movie. And there's also the main theme song for the Uncharted from the games in the movie, And there's also a cameo appearance by Nolan North, I believe, who plays Nathan Drake in the games. And there is a reference, and again, with the play sequence, I think that's probably a reference to Uncharted 3, maybe. I could be wrong. Uncharted 3, 4, maybe. And Nathan Drake, Tom Holland, kind of is walking up on this beach, and he sees Nolan North, and he says, "Oh, just fell out of a plane." And Nolan North said, "Oh, I think that's happened to me before, actually." And I think, yeah, that's a nod to Uncharted 3 or 4, where Drake in that game is climbing on these crates to get into a plane. And yeah, that's a nice reference, and there's also a blink and you miss it nod to Naughty Dog, which are the developers of the Uncharted games, where with Tom Holland's Drake, he opens up the suitcase and you see the Naughty Dog symbol in the suitcase, and it's nice, but overall it's okay. I do enjoy it, and with the final, like, after the main film's done, you have these two scenes that are kind of setting up sequels, because you have this guy in prison who's writing letters, and you see like him writing an S, and that's Sam, who is Drake's brother, and then you get a mid post credit scene where both Drake and Sully are doing this like sort of deal trading thing where Drake has been given this map, and then they walk out of the place where they are where the trade is being happening, and they meet not a camera, they meet a person off screen, and we never get to see that person. And I think that's definitely 100% meant to be a setup for a sequel, and it's probably never going to happen, because the film as a whole is okay, but it feels like it just never does have a chance to slow down for a bit in 4 minutes, and it just, okay, we've got this piece of a puzzle, and we have now to go to this place. Okay, we're done here, let's go to the next place. And it never feels like it slows down for a minute, or just have to breathe for a second. There are small scenes sprinkled in there every now and again, but I feel like the film just could have been a whole lot better if it would just slow down for like 5 minutes, maybe 3.5 to 4 minutes, maybe. And yeah, it could have been a whole lot better. And yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that does use green screen stuff and CGI, like especially for example the airplane sequence where you see Nathan Drake going across the crates. You know, obviously that's all done on a green screen. The developers, not the developers, the filmmakers might not have been able to do it. I think mainly because it was during COVID times. I think when the film was being made, and when Nathan Drake, or when you see Tom Holland just falling in the sky, you can clearly see that, or maybe not, that's a CG character, because it feels unnatural, sort of, and especially when he's on the crate, that he pulls the cord on to use it as the parachute, and yeah, that feels unnatural. I think it's because if you look at the hands, it feels unnatural and not human-like, maybe. But yeah, overall it's okay. It's decent. It just feels like one of those airplane movies that you watch once, thought it was okay, and just probably never watch again. Really, I'd rather play the Uncharted games because they're fun, and yeah, the movie is okay. It's passable. It's not the best. When I look at, like, the other video game related pieces of media that have been adapted from the games, like the Mario movie that we got last year, the Castlevania show that we got, The Witcher, the Uncharted film is okay. It's okay at best. So yeah, overall it's fine. Would have changed a few bits here and there, but overall it's it's okay. It's not the worst thing I've seen in terms of video game adaptations. So yeah, so that's been my review for the Uncharted film. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.